the Zimbabwe Human Rights Report Commission after the elections in Urunga West. And it's quite sad that the parties don't seem to read and understand the recommendations of that report. And it's only you understanding the recommendations of the report that you can then say, are electoral reforms happening or not? What is basically happening is that you cannot base the Mao electoral practices of 2008 and 2013 as a case study to take before the court. The court will challenge you and say, but there have been by-elections happening. Did you contest or did you not contest? If you did not contest, then that then creates a problem for the electoral reform that we so wanted to see happening. Because the court will say to you, these by-elections were free, fair, and peaceful, and that is the precedence which is there. The court cannot look at the precedence of a 2008 election or 2013 elections. So by parties not contesting in these elections, they're I think digging a grave for themselves, because the courts are very clear. One, when last did you take part in elections? All these by-elections which are happening at ward level, at constituency level, are you taking part? No. So why do you want us to base your electoral reforms from the past elections and not from the ones happening? Zanu-PF would then produce the results of their by-elections and say, but they were free and fair. So we need to be very mindful of that if we are to pursue that. So that report is very clear on what the police must do, because the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission is mandated constitutionally to look into human rights violations, not NGOs, because an NGO report is not admissible by the court. But the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission report is, because 242 of the Constitution mandates them to do that. So, I said my taking part in the Urunga West was for them to have that information and use it against ZEC and any other reform that they need to partake in. As in the game of football, you cannot be in the final before you've gone through the qualifiers, quarter, knockouts, quarter, and semi-final stages, and therefore it would be folly for us to think that come 2018 things had been so would have miraculously changed without testing the system along the way. Daydreaming. I am a sports person. There is no ways that I'm going to take my team to the final without even playing a friendly, and we keep talking about that. Come on, don't waste our time. Take part in these elections. Even if, yes, my point is this, MDCT, other parties have taken part in these elections. They've tasted and faced the system. What about the parties that have not taken part in elections? Why create a soccer team and not want to play football and choose which team to play? As opposed to boycotting elections, as boycotting cultivates a habit of voter apathy, that is bound to work against them in 2018. By you not taking part, Zanu-PF is registering, comrades. It's registering its people. You are not registering your people. There's now voter apathy. Come 2018, while Zanu-PF is losing ground, the half that have joined you, there's half that is joined, that has stayed, which is new. Who's winning? Who's winning? So where is the merit in all these think tanks that they're having sitting down? Who's thinking for them? Clearly there's some wrong thinking somewhere, because voter registration is critical. You'd rather say, because by saying don't take part in elections, you're equally saying don't register. So how do you win elections when people are not registered? So, you see the vacuum which is there. Dynamics have changed. You talk about a coalition at the end of the day, and I think it's important that it becomes the issue. Zanu-PF are continuously registering new voters who, whether forcibly or not, participate in elections, thereby swinging voters in their favor. When you register a voter as a party, that voter feels an obligation to vote for you. Whether you like
these and other stories, visit our website www.263chat.com. Follow us on Twitter @263chat and like our Facebook page 263chat.